But here we go. The first semifinals of the day of Battle of the Americas number 55. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of 2,000 atmospheres. LE. Oh, God. We have the American, the last remaining American player. Oh. As we may remake. We'll see. I don't know how we'll remake because I don't believe Darking... Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, it's all good, it's all good. We do have the final American player in the entire tournament. Representing Sidestorm Gaming, it is Ryan. And spawning in the bottom left, why don't we have our brand new co-caster? Welcome, El Padrino of the tournament. Welcome, Darking, to the stream.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
Hello.
2 days in a row, mate. My throat will not handle it.
Oh God! Look, if I can do a 12-hour cast, you can do 2 semifinals. Okay, it's fine. It's fine.
This is for you, mate. You get money out of this.
Oh,
Anyhow,
God.
yes, as like I say, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, the Peruvian Duckling himself is Ryu.
Oh boy. Oh boy. And mate, do you have anything to say about the last series that we just saw?
I kinda didn't watch it because I had things to do here on the house. So I missed basically all of game number 2, which, correct me if I'm wrong, was the cool game to watch.
It was a roach rush into a Nidus. And it also featured Shelby with a total of 4 pauses. It was good.
That's a new record.
He had to make Jim Rising use one of his pauses because Shelby ran out. Poor Shelby, man. Poor Shelby. Like, imagine how good he would be if he didn't have to, like, watch over a store at the same time as playing. Like...
Probably the same, but with less pauses, I will assume.
Whoa. I have to assume that it, like, messes up your rhythm, right? Like... To have to stop and like attend a cashier, like, I don't know, man.
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't mean maybe if you're like in the zone, you know, in the middle of a fight, perhaps. But I cannot fathom that it being a big deal, really.
Alright, it's not a big deal, mate. Everyone should do it.
It's more an annoyance more than anything.
Oh God. But yeah, we have had a couple of interesting results so far. Unfortunately, we didn't get to cast much of this player's run, but Chaos Fate kind of popped off early, you know, knocked down Paco Mike, but he himself was knocked down by our American player here.
Yes, Ryan, which, by the way, is opening very unstandard. Very unorthodox. Look, we have a turret cancel, we have a Robo, we even have a Darshan on the way. I think there's a bit missing somewhere. Because I'm not seeing any Stargates. Like, what's happening?
Yeah, this is a Twilight Council opening. We do have pneumatized Carapace, so the Overlord will zoom in and Ryu will see everything. He knows about the DT opener, so he should be able to get ready at home. Of course, we've seen this, especially last year, where it was a lot more common, even the year before that. Even if you open up with a Dark Shrine and it gets scouted, mate, just morph into Archons. You're good. You're good.
Mate. Yeah, mate. Chunky energy boy, very good.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Especially if all your army is biological.
Yeah. It feels bad, man. It feels bad when you scout, you see the DTs, but the DTs, they just morph into Archons, and the Archons just do damage anyway. It's like, mate. God damn it. Right, here we go. DTs show up.
Yes, but there's already a spore in place. There are 4 DTs, though. That can one-shot. Almost one-shot one of the spores, and it's going to go down. There's nothing here to detect now.
There's the second spore. It needs to borrow it. Just barely needs to borrow a transfuse. Does go down, but the spore goes down anyway. Oh no.
Now, you know, in favor of Rio, I gotta say he has only lost 4 workers so far. 4 workers. The problem, more DTs are on the way.
Yes, exactly. And ooh, nice positioning. A spore comes in and it does root. So now Ryu actually has detection and he is able to save his third base.
And looks like this aggression is over. 6 workers were killed in total. I think 2 or 3 queens as well, and 2 spores. For how many DTs was it? Like 4 or 5 DTs?
Mm-hmm.
And okay, it was an okay damage, but now he comes from 2 mates. Now instead of these are Archons.
Yeah, that they are. Thankfully, roaches are out, so the Archons aren't going to do too much. Honestly, those DTs almost killed that third. Oh my god! Oh, okay. The War Prism almost got sniped.
Right, I feel that one day you're going to die by a heart attack with a good StarCraft 2. StarCraft 2. What's the word I'm looking for? Like, help me out. You're the broadcaster here.
Like an intense engagement or something. Like it's just gonna. Sure. Yeah. I agree.
Gonna be the end.
Like I can see it. I can see it. Like a disruptor shot is gonna kill me. It's gonna. It's just gonna straight up end me, mate. Oh god. Especially depending on the player, right? Like if it's a player I care about and the disruptor shot goes off, like mate, I'm done. I'm just F's in the chat.
Well, there's robotic bay on the way, so who knows? Who knows? Maybe that day is today.
It could be today, mate. Oh no. We still have another day of DreamHack. It's just not gonna happen. Feels bad, man. Oh god.
Jaco is going to have to take over.
Yeah. Oh no. It's gonna be the end of the CranKy Ducklings, mate. Ay.
Ryan just being annoying with his Archon. Get to lose them, which is good. And they will not do much damage. Ryu is very prepared overall. Just picking some units here and there. Starting to pick quite a few roaches actually.
Yeah, these Archons are getting a lot of value already, like a lot of damage done, and Ryan is able to keep every single one of them alive. This is what I mean, like Archons with a War Prism can be very annoying and can trade surprisingly well. I also wanted to quickly touch on the fact that Ryan almost won the game, by the way. Like, it was very well done that he was able to kill both spores, and if he wasn't extra greedy, I think he would have been able to kill this hatchery. But yeah, he did back off a little bit, and he gave Ryu a little bit of time to get up another spore, so he was able to defend. And unfortunately, it is not disruptors.
Unfortunately? What do you mean, unfortunately? Are you that eager to be gone already? Like,
look, I just want to rest, mate. That's all. I just want to rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? Just, oh god, feels bad, man.
Yeah, Colossus is a deck of choice for Ryan this game. He already has got 3 mortals, so his army already packed quite a punch.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Ryu canceling the 4 base of Ryan. Nice done by Ryu.
Yeah, the Lings were able to show up and force a cancel, but this is getting a little bit scary, right? Like, as you were saying, Ryan's army is pretty beefy right now with 3 immortals. What is Ryu's plan here? So Ryu went for a very fast hive, and we see it's for Vipers. Vipers are great at the moment. It's a little bit unorthodox. I would have thought he would go like Hydra Lurker Viper, but going Roach Ravager Viper, I guess could work as well, if he's able to yoink like the Immortals and the Colossus. But there's a lot to yoink, you know?
Yes, there are 2 Colossus, 3 Immortals. That's quite a lot of units. I'm not sure if he's gonna be able to do it, especially because he also needs to be very careful that the Stalkers do not snipe the Vipers. No, one bad position and your Vipers are gone, and next thing you know, your whole the game's lost. And look, oh, nice force by Ryan.
Ooh, that was a long yoink there. 1 Colossus immediately gets picked off. We have another Abduct, and he gets an Immortal.
Nice joins by Ryu. Even though the Fosbees were really good, Vipers do not care, man.
They do not care at all. I didn't realize how long their tongues were. Jesus. But yeah, so far so good. He also forces Ryan back. Ryan didn't commit to a fight. And oh my, yo, Ryan is committing to the memes.
What? Blink? Is that Blink for Dark Templars, really?
It is Blink. Meanwhile, they run by, yo, Ryan, he doesn't respond.
8 workers down. Only the shield batteries basically stop another few workers from going down in that Berlin run by. Nice one by Rio.
That was very close there.
How Ryan didn't react at all. It will not be a bad idea to just keep sending units there.
Yeah, honestly. Meanwhile, Ryu does run into Ryan's army a little bit. He has to be careful. He has to keep his Vipers alive. And behind this, a bold move, we have an Ultralisk Cavern.
Shit, that we don't wanna win today. One Colossus got joined, immediately got joined. The second one as well. Oh my god, all the Colossus are now down, mate. That was a huge move by Ryu.
Exactly, every single Yoink mate. There are still 2 Immortals with this army. Like, this is still a very strong army against Roaches, but Ryu just got so much value there.
Yes. Ryan, meanwhile, does not want to be left behind. He's attacking the base of Ryu.
Mate, the base is dead, mate. It's gone. At the same time, it looks like Ryu wants to try and deny one of the bases of Ryan. We'll see if he's able to get it. Again, there's still a lot of Immortals here. The Roach Ravager army is getting picked apart.
I believe the Vipers were picked off because I don't see them anywhere. There are more Vipers on the way, so yeah, Ryu needs to be very careful.
Yeah, exactly. We do have Lings to reinforce, and Lings are a great buffer here for the Roach Ravager. The Nexus finished, so he could force a kill. Oh, one more bile.
Almost. Be careful, like, disruptors are here.
Disruptors are here. Vipers are slowly gathering that energy. Thankfully, the DTs were dealt with, but the hatchery did go down in the end. Ryu stuck on 4 bases, and Ryan getting his 5th up.
Yeah, Ryu needs to be very careful. Either win the game in like the next 5 minutes, or he's gonna be in big trouble.
Like, this base should not be alive, by the way. Like, it's one bile is all Ryu needed. Oh god, and the Nexus survives. We'll see if Ryu can snipe it with this attack. Again, there are a lot of Vipers here. 3 Vipers, almost full energy. We'll see if he's able to get every single one of these disruptors. There's 4.
Here we go. The army moving out. The disruptor. Oh, the 3 disruptors got pick off immediately, mate.
Oh my god, exactly. Only 1 disruptor yet left. It got yoinked, but there wasn't enough DPS. Ooh, and a little bit of miss micro. Ryu, he lost all of his Vipers.
Yes, he lost the Vipers. But I think he did exactly what he needed to do. He destroyed the most important in the army of Ryan, which I thought disruptor. Mate, with only 1 disruptor remain, this is a lot more easier for Ryu.
Exactly. But those 2 Immortals, they've been here since the beginning of the game. They are still here fighting strong. Oh, there's not that much buffer. We have Lings reinforcing though.
Ryan blinks forward.
It does. The disruptor shot was wasted. At the same time, there was a massive DT run by, but the DTs, they were cleaned up. Ryu was able to defend, but he's still stuck on 4 bases, and Ryan still has that 5th.
Yeah, mate, Ryu needs to break one of the bases of Ryan, like ASAP. Ryan is starting to remax it again. He already got 3 disruptors, I believe, and 2 more on the way. So yeah, mate, this is now dangerous territory.
Exactly. Especially because, Ryu keeps losing his Vipers. If he kept them alive, then sure, but oh my god, the disruptor shots!
Oh, that was really good disruptor shots. Unfortunately, the joints were not good this time. Ryu loses a lot of units, and now Ryan is moving in for the kill.
Yeah, exactly. The Zealots come in, they go all the way into the main base, they distract the main army. At the same time, Ryan's main army is able to kill the 4th base of Ryu, and I feel like Ryan just has so much momentum going his way. It looks like he's broken our player here, our Peruvian Zerg.
Yep, 140 supply versus 192, 50 supply difference. Two bases difference for between Ryu and Ryan. And made Ryan lost a lot of zealots, but that's basically all he lost, zealots.
Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, we have another run by. No detection here. Okay, thankfully. Oh, Overseers show up. DTs do get forced away. But again, like Ryu, he needs more bases. He needs more time, and time that Ryan should not give him.
Now here comes the interesting part. The Ultras are starting to span out. I'm not sure if that's the correct unit to fight this army light.
If there weren't disruptors, maybe. Ultras aren't the best unit here. No, they're not. I think Ryu wasted some money there in the tech of going into that Ultraless Cavern. I think he would have had a much easier time going Hydra, Lurker, Viper instead of Roach Ravager, Viper, Ultra. And yeah, we see how he's struggling a little bit here. God.
Here comes another game match. Maybe the final engagement. Nice joins. He joins 3 of the disruptors. 2 go down immediately. An Immortal also go down.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of DPS that Ryan's army is going to have, and maybe the Ultras can make a miracle.
Exactly. The disruptor shot does go off. There we go. The final immortal will get picked off. Again, they've been getting so much value. The disruptors get picked off as well. Yo, these Vipers are insane.
Yeah, mate. Only gateway units. You never want to be only the gateway units. Oh my god, the Ultra is covered.
Yeah, I mean, gateway units, I mean, DTs are pretty good. As the Ultra Cavern does get picked off, DTs get recalled back home to safety. You know, I have another Zealot run by being set up here. Ryu is doing a really good job defending so far, but, I mean, as you said, these are the only Ultras he's going to have.
Now, finally, 17 minutes into the game, Ryan is going to play standard TDC. We have 2 Stargates on the way.
Yeah, they're on the way, but they're not done yet, so maybe Ryu can hold on for a little bit longer, but... God, he's just suffering so much on all fronts. I don't know, mate. He's being pulled apart.
Another base is going to go down.
Yeah. Like, Ryu just doesn't have the numbers. He just doesn't have enough to defend at 2 places at once.
Just look at the economy of both players. Currently, Ryu has only 300 minerals in the bank. Meanwhile, Ryan has almost 10 times more. So, yeah, mate. I mean, Ryan now can just keep trading. And Ryu will not be able to max out as fast as he is.
Exactly. Like, Ryu, he's been fighting very well and he's been trading more efficiently. But this is something that Ryu needs to do much earlier. And more importantly, like, again, Ryu just hasn't been able to touch the economy of Ryan. Ryan taking a 6th base here across the map, taking a rich Vespene gas as well, even taking another base, because why not? Like, Ryan can do whatever he wants. Ryu, not so much.
Here comes Ryu, trying to do something. He needs to destroy at least a couple of bases of Ryan to win this game.
At least 3 bases, right? But
not enough. GG. Ryan takes game number 1.
GG. And mate, I really do think a lot of it came down to that 3rd base surviving. Sorry, that 4th base surviving. Or 5th base. Sorry, 5th. Oh, God. It was so close to going down. There was so much invested in that fight, and it just wasn't worth it for Ryu.
Yeah, that was a fun game number 1. It is a fun. It's going to be a fun game when the Protoss player does not open Stargate. You know.
Hey, it's even better when they do open Stargate, mate. What are you on about?
What are you on about? You crazy Australian.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah. Looks like we're getting ready for the next game. Oh. This time, hopefully, we'll get everyone in here. Meanwhile, I'm actually setting up the raffle, so we can just get straight into it when we're ready. Boy, as we're diving into game number 2, ooh, gonna be on Lightshade. Interesting.
Is it interesting?
Yeah, I mean, if we had a more aggressive Zerg player, then I'd be excited. But I don't know about this one, mate.
What do you mean you're not sure about this one? This is your player.
All right, let's go.
Let's go, everyone. Map number 2, Lightshade LE, and starting here in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, the American Protoss player, currently up 1-0, is Ryan.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Lightshade LE, we have the Peruvian Zerg player. He is blue, representing the CranKy Ducklings. It is Ryu.
Mate, I feel you're a little spoiled today.
I'm spoiled.
Yes, you have two of your boys in semifinals.
I do, and god, we'll see if the famed CranKy Ducklings finals will be a reality here. We'll see. It's not looking so good for Ryu after game 1, but I feel like there are places we can improve. Like Ryu, he had some amazing moments with his Vipers. He had a lot of abducts, he had a lot of yoinks. He was able to focus fire whatever he needed. He was able to reset the Colossus count. Just fell behind economically. He's just gotta tighten up a little bit more, and we could get into an ace match.
We could. I mean, you are correct. Those joints were very impressive. If only Ryan's base sniping was not so good, I think Ryu could have easily taken it. If both players have a more equal economy.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what game number 2 has for us. So far, very standard. No one is cheesing no one. Ryan going for a gateway expand. Meanwhile, Ryu just going for the normal hatch into gas into pool. The question is, what is the tech that Ryan is going to use this game?
Yeah, that is going to be the big question here. Like, we did see some Twilight Council opening from Ryan. We could see that again, or we could see a Stargate. I kind of prefer Twilight Council openings here on Lightshade, but we'll see as a Stargate gets thrown down.
Yep, Stargate. So we can see a pretty normal, at least in the beginning, PvC.
Yeah, we'll see if Ryan has been paying attention to the Korean meta recently. We've seen a rise of Oracle openings, Oracle into +1 Blink Stalkers, even in the European scene. It's been very interesting to see. But we'll see if that's kind of made its way over to NA, or if we're going to see something a little bit more, I guess, common nowadays, which would be the Void Rays.
One of them trying to sneak in. Nothing to see here. He just passes by. He does not want any trouble. He's a good boy.
Exactly. Doesn't commit to anything. And interesting, I don't know if you noticed that, but Ryan started with an Oracle, and then he cancelled it, and then went for a Void Ray.
I failed to notice. I just thought he went directly for the Void Ray. I wonder why. I wonder if he's going for just the initial Void Ray to snipe all the Overlords that are nearby, and then he's going to switch into a more Oracle heavy composition, perhaps. He just does not want to get scouted.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Oracle is on the way. Of course, he is dealing with that Overlord first. Ryu is committing to Pneumatize Carapace, Overlord speed, so he will be able to get back home with the rest of his Overlords, but he wasn't able to scout. At least he knows it's a Stargate.
Yes. Now the question is he just going to be 1 or 2 Oracles for harassing a little, or is Ryan gonna go full has? With like 20 Oracles this game? I would really like to see something. Like, seeing 20 Oracles is a show in of itself.
It is.
Look, this is Stargate. There's a second Stargate.
We do have a second Stargate. What's interesting is that we don't have anything being produced from the first Stargate quite yet. this could be indicative of a Fleet Beacon, or okay, no, never mind. Ryan, he's going Void Rays. Oh my god.
By the way, just a personal notice. Do you see the Oracle?
Yes.
That's my favorite skin in the Protoss army.
Ah, the
Oracle skin.
Yeah. It is quite clean.
Yes. Yes. Too bad it's a dirty Protoss unit. But,
Okay, well, the Oracle, it was able to get a stasis in the natural, so it was able to find a decent amount of economic damage. Meanwhile, Void Ray comes out. Ryu did get into the main base. He did see the double Stargate. He also saw the Twilight Council and the Forge.
Yes. With Ryu now going into his lair armor finish and he's starting +1 range attack, I expect a Hydra then soon.
Yeah, it would make the most sense, especially because there's like no early Fleet Beacon, so there's no real reason to go into a Spire from here unless he wanted to go Mutas, which if it was Jim, sure, but Ryu, I know about that one, mate. And so far we see Ryu going for nothing but Queens and going for Goliath Reconstitution, going for Roach Speed, so no Hydrogen yet, which is a little concerning.
Maybe he thinks he can hold on with just Queens and nothing else. Nice, the base got cancelled. Nice by Ryan. Buys a little more of time.
Yeah, unfortunately,
it's only 6 minutes and he's already starting picking up bases.
Yeah. Again, this is what you want to do with your Void Rays. Unfortunately, the Queens weren't in position. They were a little bit too slow. As the Void Rays come back in, they want to snipe that base again. Or they could go into the main. Okay, but the Queens are quick to respond this time.
Oh, that was nice. Now with only 2 Queens, Ryan is free to snipe his base. After the Queen arrives, he uses 1 Void Ray. He almost loses the second one.
Oh,
yeah, base is cancelled once again.
Yeah, he does force a cancel, and that is huge. Like, the Larva and the income matter so much right now for Ryu, as Ryu is going for a Queen Road Ravager. Is he going to go for a push so far? Oh, it does look like he wants to go for one, hitting that 4th base.
He backs off. The Queens are moving in. The creep highway starting late.
That it is. Meanwhile, we have High Templar to defend. We do not have Storm ready yet, so they're going to do nothing here. They're going to be forced to maybe even be morphed into Archons. What's important is that Ryan didn't go for Disruptors. Disruptors are so good for defending against this sort of thing. Instead, he's relying on Immortals. They're not done yet.
Mate, engagement happens.
And it does. Oh, God, the Biles are landing on, and you know what? There aren't any shield batteries here.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. There are no shield batteries. Like, this is going to be a wall cover for Ryu, I think. Like only Zealots and a couple of Void Rays is not going to stop this. The storms are finally over. They land over the whole army, but I'm not sure if this is enough.
Yeah,
Roaches
exactly.
are pretty tanky, mates.
That they are. So are Queens, and they have plenty of transfuses. The shield batteries finally finish up, but you know what? The Void Rays are falling. Only 1 left, and it does go down. The Immortal just barely pops out, but again, it also gets focused. Like, there's just barely anything here left.
Man, I think Ryu just broke Ryan.
Exactly.
The goes down.
Ryan, he just wasn't really respecting what Ryu was doing, what army he was making. That he did not have any defenses ready for this. 2 shield batteries just was not enough.
Yeah, especially because the shield batteries were late.
Yeah,
they were late.
I mean, mate, he was taking a 4th base. Like, oh god, Ryan was being so greedy, and he gets punished for it. GG gets called. And we have our ace match.
See, mate, this is what happens when you open Stargate.
Yeah, you die, mate. But to be fair, again, like Ryan, he had a good start, but he was just being greedy, right? He was taking another base. He didn't have any defenses at his third. He was arguably skipping some tech, going straight into Storm, and Storm is not what you want against Roach Ravager Queen. As we saw, it tickles the army.
He probably thought he was safe because of his double cancel of the 4th base of Ryu. And I think he underestimated him. He didn't see clearly what Ryu had on the other side of the map, and he died for it.
That he did. And to be fair, that's also the power of Lightshade. Lightshade, it's relatively small, especially compared to some of the other maps. So the queens don't have a long way to just traverse, right? And to make it across the map. So yeah, really well done there by Ryu. I don't know if he can pull off the same thing here though on Romanticide. God, Duckling, please stay with me.
I leave. It's okay.
I'm the one that's meant to die first, Duckling. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh god. Alright, here we go. The ace match, mate.
How nervous are you, Light?
I'm nervous, mate. I'm nervous. Oh boy.
Yeah. Speaking of being nervous, here in the bottom right hand corner of the map, he's probably pretty shaky after that last game. The former Dr. Ryan.
And spawning in the top left hand corner of Romanticide LE, we have the Peruvian Zerg player. He is blue, representing the CranKy Ducklings. It is Ryu.
I love what El Mundanito is asking on the chat. Did Orumaru call Shelby one?
Poor Shelby, man. I feel like whenever we cast him, especially in like a TVZ, he gets all in. Like every time.
I mean, to be honest, there are some pretty aggressive Zergs in the region. So
yeah.
So I think no matter who you pair him with, he's going to get all in.
Yeah. Poor Shelby, man. Poor Shelby.
Jim Rising, X, Eric. I think even Ryu will do it.
The Zerg Lord. Like, feels bad, man. Feels bad. But here we are in our lower semis, and so far things. Oh, there's a cool cat. Very cool.
I don't think I ever used that spray thingy on the game.
Yeah, I've never used it either.
I don't even know what do I have on it.
Yeah, very underutilized, unfortunately. Feels bad, man. But when it comes to this map, for the ace match, I'm concerned for Ryu here. I do think that this is a very good map for Skytoss. And Ryan just showed us that he's willing to go double Stargate Void Ray. So do you think it's gonna happen, mate? Or
sure, maybe. Look. There's one Stargate already. So that at least one Stargate, I can say it's completely normal. It is something that it is expected, even. Like if I were Ryu, if I were a Zerg player, and correct me if I'm wrong, you basically make spores every game like it is normal. Do you also make spores against Terran blindly?
God, no. What? Like it depends. What if you scout a 1/1/1, then sure, right? Like because of Banshee.
I mean, I say it blindly.
No.
Like, no. In the same way that you make spores against Protoss because you know they're going to open Stargate, and oh look, this is nice. The Zerglings of Ryu enter the base.
The Slowling gets in. He gets a full scout of the main base. He sees the Stargate. He sees the Void Ray as well. Obviously, he won't know what the follow-up is after this, but he knows what the opener is.
Yes. So he confirms what he was already suspecting. And I love it. The Overlord starts running away.
Yep.
He's like, oh, please, I'm out.
Oh god, can he escape? Oh god, the Void Ray, he's on the hunt. Pneumatized Carapace is about to finish up in a couple of seconds. Yo, 3, 2, 1, zoom away. Go. No, he stopped.
No, he stopped. So close. No, he just gave up. Like, he just gave up. He's like, this is not worth living for. He just died.
Oh god, that poor Overlord. Meanwhile, so far, Ryan has opened up the same with the follow-up Oracle, but this time, no double Stargate.
Is he going to go for your big build that you spoke about in the last game?
I'm gonna say no, just because there's no Forge. If there was a Forge, then sure, but because we're lacking a Forge right now, this is looking like Glaive Adepts.
Really, Adepts? I was expecting like charge, not Adepts, but okay, sure. 2 Adepts now weapons, so they proved me wrong so far.
There we go. Resonating glaives are on the way, mates, and this can be scary. But what's important is that Ryu is diving in. He should be able to see the gases. He sees the lack of Forge, and he will know that Glaive Adepts are going to be coming out.
I gotta say, Ryu is one of the best scouting players, serve players in the region.
Oh yeah.
He almost always makes Nemesis Capares, and he almost always going to send 1 or 2 overlords just to make sure what your opponent is doing.
Yeah. I have noticed that as well compared to the other Zerg players. It's something that also, makes him stand out a little bit more, and hopefully he's able to defend against it. He has a Roach Warren on the way. He is throwing down a Spine at his 3rd, which I think is very smart. There are some Zerg players who neglect Spines, and mate, it's only 1 Spine, and it can help you so much against defending against Glaives. But ooh, mate, it's not just Glaives. Ryan is working on the follow-up from that.
Interesting. He may be trying to kill Light today.
It's possible, mate. It's possible. Oh god. Meanwhile, here come the Adepts. There's a lot of Adepts just shading across the map. The creep
15 Adepts. 15 Adepts. Now, to be honest, there are 10 Roaches on the way, so I think Ryu is going to be prepared for this. Ryu is going to be ready.
He should be. He definitely should be, as the Adepts do shade in, but Ryu is chasing the shade. Does he commit? Up.
They do not commit, but meanwhile, the Void Ray is trying to be sneaky, but the Queens are ready.
Nicely done there by Ryu. He does split up his Queens to defend against the Void Ray and the Roaches to defend against the Adepts. God, but there's a lot of Adepts. Oh.
The Adept shading. But there's a wall in the natural, so they cannot enter.
Yeah, nicely done. Ryu does this a lot. Full wall off, so it did delay the Adepts, but are they going to shade into the main?
They are. They do shade into the main, starting to pick up drones.
Yeah, and all it takes is a couple of drones and things will start to snowball. 5, 6 drones do go down. Oh, he was actually blocked in.
The shade is not very far. 9 drones so far right now going down.
Yeah, and it looks like these Roaches will be able to chase down every single one of these Adepts. They will be cleaned up. At the same time, we have an Oracle diving in. Doesn't use the stasis. Does try and focus on more drones. And in the end, 11, 12 drones. Not bad.
Yeah, not bad. There was a nice chunk of damage. The only thing that I will say that Ryan has that's a hive light. It's a hive light.
Ooh, that is a fast hive. Void Ray did still survive, and
Ryan didn't notice, right?
He saw the infestation pit. That's all he saw, though.
Okay, but because you know how when a unit dies, you still have vision for like 1 second.
Yeah.
And that hive got morphed immediately after the Oracle light. So maybe he could have been, but no, he didn't see. He didn't see. Meanwhile, Ryu sent another series and he sees everything.
Yeah. Again, as you were saying, he's very adept when it comes to scouting, and he sees the Colossus. He saw the Robotics Bay transition. I'm a little bit disappointed that it's not Disruptors. I think Disruptors would do very well here. Colossus, sure, it's like consistent damage, but against Roaches, really?
So yeah, like you get to live today.
Yeah, I survive another day, mate.
Yeah.
Oh,
God is punishing for your hobbies, and your work is never ending.
Yeah, exactly. Good. And I love this because this is what I wanted from Ryu in game 1. Because so far things are playing out similarly, right? We have Vipers on the way to yoink, we have Roach Ravager to focus down those Colossus. And if you recall, in game 1, from here, Ryu went for Ultras. This time instead, he's going for Lurkers.
I like it more. I like it more than Altered. Sure, an Altered is very chunky, but when you have a million of units that do bonus damage versus armor, you're kind of not looking great. So so Hydras, more DPS, Lurkers, more DPS, and your vision. Yeah, this is better for Ryu. Now, he needs to hold up this attack.
He does have Vipers. He needs the yoinks of the Colossus. Can he get him? He gets one.
He gets one. Immediately goes down. Can he get another?
Oh,
not yet.
Yeah, he has to be careful. One of the Vipers was sniped by those Stalkers. God, but it looks like, he does not get the yoink.
Oh, blink forward, trying to snipe the Vipers. I think he snipes once, but the yoink was good. Oh, he got saved by the War Prism. Look at that disgusting range where you can pick it up.
The micro on both sides. It was really cool. So the blink forward was to snipe the Viper, but as soon as that happened, the Viper threw down a blinding cloud. So they couldn't actually snipe the Viper. So both were able to survive. One of them was sniped earlier, and as you said, very nice macro saving the Colossus, even though it was abducted. But now the Lurkers are out.
There's nothing like saving your unit with your medivac 20 miles away.
Exactly. Meanwhile, speaking of 20 miles away, we have a Zealot run by, but there are Roaches and Ravagers here to defend against the run by, so the Zealots do nothing, and Ryan is forced back.
Yes, Ryu has been very good at defending his bases this game, because there are no DTs so far. As I say that, they're trying starting, because there were no DTs, there's nothing here that can easily snipe the bases. Now Ryu's economy is looking very good.
Yeah, it's very good now. Meanwhile, yoink on a Stalker of all things, but there we go. Both Colossus and an Immortal get yoinked, and it looks like all three should get picked off. Oh my god, another Colossus.
Pick up. Another Colossus got picked up.
Oh god,
be careful.
Yeah, this isn't the best fight for Ryan. Ryan, he lost a lot of Stalkers there trying to push into Lurkers. Sure, he has detection, but he just didn't really have an ideal army to push into this.
Yes. Ryan, meanwhile, tried to do another push to the third base of Ryu, but it was easily deflected.
Yeah, man.
Especially because Ryu made extra spines.
Yeah, he knows. He's ready. He even spines in the main base just in case a War Prism sneaks in.
Yeah, Ryu looking very good.
He is also replenishing his Vipers. He was able to keep his Vipers alive from that last fight, and now Ryu is maxed out. Meanwhile, Ryan is lagging a little bit behind. He's finally working on those Disruptors though.
Those shots need to be really good. Oh, Disruptors.
Oh god, Disruptors, oh god! Ooh.
3 Lurkers go down with 2 Disruptor shots. He lost 1 Disruptor, I believe. Second one is also going to go down. No more Disruptors. And now Ryan is walking into a trap, I think.
Oh god, exactly. Like, I don't really know what he plans to do here as he loses everything. All the high-tech units go down. He only has gateway units, and he's just taking a lot of so much free damage from those spores. Sorry, from those spines.
Yeah, that was a really bad place for Ryan to get himself into a lot of force field use over there. Now, if we get a good point for Ryan, he destroyed Ryu's feed base.
He did at least get a hatchery, I guess, but that was a big loss. He lost all of his robo units. He wasted all of his energy with those sentries as well, with that massive force field. I don't think it was worth it. To be fair, there's a lot of potential here with this run by. There's a lot of Zealots, and unlike the North, this southern hatchery only has 1 spine.
Yeah, there's a bunch of Roaches fighting here. Now, the important part is, because Ryan has a lot of supply on top Zealots on the left side of the map, his main army here, which is now being siege, is very small.
Yeah, very small indeed. Meanwhile, another yoink. The last disruptor gets picked off. Again, only gateway units here for Ryan, but at the same time, the Zealots push in.
I don't think Ryan is going to win this fight. Nice joink. Oh, I think he's going to win this fight. Maybe. Oh, no.
Yeah. One of the disruptor shots.
Those lurkers do a lot of damage.
That they do. One of the disruptor shots did go off, and there's honestly not a lot to protect the lurkers. And now the Zealots get on top of everything, and all these lurkers are going to go down.
Do lurkers survive? And there's no more army here for Ryan.
Oh god, exactly. Meanwhile,
but he's doing damage on the other side of the map.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's effective damage, because surprisingly, those Zealots, even though they killed all the roaches, they didn't go for the base. They were distracted. They went into the natural. They got Evo chambers, which is great, but they didn't get many worker kills.
And yeah, at the end of the day, we have 175 supply versus 143. Bank slightly bigger for Ryu, so Ryu can max out more easily, and here comes the DTs. Ryan's looking for miracles.
Yeah, but you know what? He runs into the main army. The DTs get picked off. There was detection here. There is another Zealot run by that's being set up, but hey, we still have a Spore Forest, and they even get scattered.
Yeah, but I think that Ryan has suffered a lot of bad luck in this game, honestly.
Yeah,
he's not scouting properly, and he's just blindly sending all his units just to die.
Yeah.
Because just by luck, the army or something like that, it is exactly needed to stop the pushes, is there.
Thankfully, he hasn't stopped taking up. Like, we already see a fleet beacon. We have 3 carriers being made at a time. Plus 1 fire attack is on the way. Plus 1 shield is on the way. This is great, but Ryan does need an economy. He's finally getting his 5th base up and running, and he needs time. He needs time to get into his sky toss. And right now, Ryu is being a little bit passive.
Yes, Ryu is maxed out, so I expect him to move away soon. Start moving away soon. Nice one, sniping one base. The little wins that count.
Definitely. Meanwhile, we even have a DT here towards the south, denying as much mining as possible. But yeah, Ryu just gave Ryan a lot of time, and now Ryan is maxed out. Ryu still has a better army for the time being, though. Like, we need to switch into Corruptor soon.
Yes, one thing that I'm worried about for Ryu this incoming fight. Oh my god. 2 things. One, that, and the other is that they are starting to appear carries on the map, and Ryu does not have as much anti-air as you wanted.
Exactly. Nice joints. We'll see if he's able to focus on the carriers. One carrier does go down, maybe another, but mate, there are just not enough Hydras. There's just not enough anti-air, mate. Oh my god. But Ryan, he just disruptors his own army. Oh no. Ryan, please.
Yeah. Now, 3 carriers was a really good trade for Ryu, especially for what he had. Those were not very many Hydras, but the joints were very good. The targeting was very good. So he got three carriers, and he got away with a lot of his Hydras. So he can remake those lurkers. He can max out on more Hydras, and meanwhile, it's Londity being the hero in this game.
It's gonna kill the hatchery. We're in a very similar situation where Ryu just can't get a 5th base up and running. He finally gets this 5th base up, but Ryan is about to harass it, and he could push through here.
1 Hydra goes down.
1 Hydra goes down. And to be fair, there aren't that many units in the sky here for Ryan. There are only 3 carriers. They could get yoinked.
Yes. There's a lot of DPS, but in very few units. So a couple of good joints, and suddenly all the DPS goes down, and Ryan loses everything.
Meanwhile, mate, Ryu, you need to expand. You need to take this northern base at least. It's going to be so much easier to defend. He's trying to push out Ryan. He's trying to reinforce his army. Oh my god. Now 3 more carriers join. And now this is a scary army.
Yep. 6 carriers, 8 disruptors, and the hero Dark Templar are still over there, just sneaking away.
Oh god. Meanwhile, we have a little bit of a Ling run by. It's not gonna find too much here. That lurker was finally dealt with. We finally have corruptors on the way. I don't believe we have any corruptor upgrades though. Yeah, we don't have any flyer upgrades. Finally, +1 flyer attack starts. I don't know, mate. I'm worried.
Rio got a little delay in getting his next transition.
Yeah.
From Hydra to corruptors. Like I was expecting them to appear as soon as he saw them.
Yeah, it is very late. It is very delayed. It's on the way, thankfully, but it's going to take a while to really kick in. He still has an advantage, I will say, like because of the Vipers, and there's no High Templar. There's no High Templar to punish the Vipers.
Nice join. One carrier goes down.
Yeah, he wants a couple more. Ooh, High Templar finally show up.
Oh man, what a tense moment. Like one miss micro movement from one of these players and everything could be over.
Exactly. Speaking of, ooh, 2 High Templar are forced to be turned into an Archon. Ryan is trying to push up the ramp. And the scariest thing that's happening right now is that Ryan is keeping the attention of Ryu here, and Ryu hasn't gone for any run-bys in a while. Ryan, he just triple expanded. He just took this base here to the north, and both of these bases to the south. If he gets these bases for free, I think Ryan just wins. Like, like you can't let a Protoss player get an economy like this.
Someone tell Ryu he's already a dead man walking.
Yeah. He's soon to be, mate. You got to do something to stop this. And the cannons are finishing up. The shield batteries are finishing up. Oh, God.
I do wonder what is Ryu's waiting for. Like he's maxed out. He's really not like highly taking into other things already.
Yeah.
Nice run by here. I think Ryan just trying to give some supply. Because look at me, 4 more targets are on the way.
Yep.
Ryan is going for Golden Armada.
Exactly. Ryu, he was staying at home because one, he wanted to expand again. He's actually making a bit of a spore for us, which is a good thing. But ideally, you do this and you harass at the same time, or you have another active force somewhere. Right now, he's focusing everything on this one big fight. Oh god, the disruptor shots.
Come the joints, 1 disruptor, 1 carrier.
Ooh.
2 carriers and 1 disruptor. Okay, not bad. Not bad, but there's still a lot of carriers remaining and a lot of disruptors remaining. These spores are going down.
The spores are going down, but to be fair, honestly, I feel like Ryu could probably fight this army. Like, there's not that much on the ground and all the disruptor shots were used, but Ryu, he backs off.
Oh god, 4 carriers at the same time plus 2 colossi.
Meanwhile, 5 Vipers are on the way, which, to be fair, you know, are going to help a lot. He's been relying on like 2 or 3 Vipers for a long time. And Ryan, once again, is neglecting those High Templar, which is a little bit scary. Does he even have Storm? No, he doesn't have Storm. Okay, interesting.
Wait, he does not. I thought I saw Storm earlier. Did I hallucinate it or something?
It's possible, mate. It's possible. That's another sign of the end, mate. Oh god. And again, I'm worried because I'm just quickly checking the vision. Ryu has seen the southern bases. He knows about them. I guess he's just kind of decided I can't do anything about it, you know?
Yeah, this is an extremely passive game that Ryu is playing here. When I think he should be the one that is going around trying to snipe bases and join units and things like that.
He's relying on winning one big fight, which, to be fair, he could do, I guess, but it's really risky. Also, these joints are great, but I would love to see some power bombs on those carriers. Oof.
That would be a good idea. What the hell? I don't even know what does this This tech does. Tec tectonic destabilizers.
That's if you're talking about the Fleet Beacon upgrade, that is the Tempest upgrade.
Oh, interesting. That's something that even I didn't know.
Yes, that is bonus damage to buildings, so Tempest can kill spores easier.
Reminds me of was it yesterday when you had to Google the upgrade in the Terran.
Oh, near steel frames. That's it. Yeah.
No, the other one. Something high sec.
High sec auto tracking. That's it. I did Google that today. Meanwhile, the fight is happening, and we have a couple of yoinks on these carriers. Still no parasitic bones. Finally, they get thrown down, but here comes the High Templar.
Man, Ryan's army is melting. There's a lot of corruptors here.
Yeah, and no more interceptors, as all the carriers are going to get picked off here. Is there enough on the ground to push through? Oh.
I think there is, assuming that Ryan does not hit with those disruptors.
Oh god, it looks like Ryan just barely has enough to defend with the warp in of Stalkers. Unfortunately, there were no Broodlords. Again, ideally, you want to get rid of these Lurkers and get Broodlords out. Ryu really needs to refine his army, like get rid of some of these Hydras as well.
What the hell? There are 10 carriers being built right now. 10 carriers at the same time. What are we looking at?
That just goes to show how rich Ryan is, mate. Like, he's just got so much money. Oh my god. 12 carriers at a time. 12.
Come on, normal people can barely pay for SCVs and you want 10 carriers.
Oh god. I also think this is probably the wrong move, by the way. Like, he should be getting like a nice balance of carriers and void rays because of the corruptors, but okay, he just wants mass carrier.
Well, let's see how it works out for him, because here comes the engagement. Oh my god, all the disruptors got joined.
Oh god, that they did. Meanwhile, the disruptor shots, they were taking out. The Hydra's doing a decent job on the ground. The corruptors are focusing down the carriers, and it looks like the carriers are going to be reset again. Oh my god, he's doing the fight on the ground. Kind of. Oh no, never mind. Zealots are pretty good, mate.
That's okay. To be honest, that's okay, because the important thing is that Ryan again got reset in the air.
Yeah, the problem is that, oh god, Ryu is stuck in his way. So again, this is the reason why Broodlords are what you want. Because again, you win the fight in the air and then you have Broodlords to clean up. But he's just continuing to make Hydras. It looks like it's working though. He's kind of brute forcing it. And yeah, it's working.
Yeah, it's working. And you know what? The important thing is that Ryan is not broke. Ryan is not broke. He cannot remake like 20 cards at the same time. He's now going for Immortal Void Ray.
So we were talking about it earlier, and the reason why this is working, and it usually doesn't, is because usually Protoss players have Storm. And Ryan does not have Storm. He's coming in with mass Void Rays, and the Void Rays they struggle so much against Hydras and Corruptors. The Zealots are dealing a lot of damage on the ground, and the Void Rays are actually killing all the Corruptors. Yo, can he swing the tide? He's doing it! He's cleaning up!
Mate, this is now very dangerous for Ryu, because Ryu does not have very much gas.
Yeah.
Ryu's lacking a lot of gases and in some 5 supply.
And Ryan, his economy was untouched. He lost one base, sure, but it was a base that was mined out. Like, these bases here to the south, oh god, they're doing so much for Ryan right now. Ryan is going to be able to remax, and Ryu is struggling.
What is Ryu going to do? He's actually drowning. Oh god.
Yeah.
Mate, he's building queens. He's desperate.
He has minerals to spend. I think this is it. It's done, mate. Ryu did so well fighting. He did so well, but mate, Zealots are pretty good units. And so are Void Rays. Yo, he can get a couple of free immortals maybe. Oh, never mind.
Templars are here. Storm is ready. Storm is ready.
Storm is
Yes,
done.
Storm is
Oh
ready.
no, Storm is done.
This is it, mate. Couple of good storms. Ryu's army is going to be clean, and this is going to be GG.
Yeah.
Ryu needs to win this fight, yes or yes.
And he's not going to be able to win this fight. The Zealots are going to be able to clean up everything here on the ground. Meanwhile, the Void Rays are going to be able to take out this base. This is the real last mining base of Ryu, the most important base for Ryu, and he loses it.
Now Ryan just aim up his way to victory.
Yeah. It's a feels bad man moment because Ryu did the impossible and he killed 12 carriers. He's like, I killed the carriers, and then like a mishmash of like Zealots and Void Rays come out, and it was enough. Ryan takes the series and he will move on to the grand finals.